justice for Sheila, Kenyan anger after lesbian's murder, right? So I just want to bring this up because it reminds me of something Douglas Murray talked about and I want to cover it. So basically, as you've heard me say many times, what is obvious, a demonstrable fact at this point in time, is that, yes, in the 60s and the 70s, white lads had an advantage over, straight white men had an advantage over women and gays and minorities. There was, so I'm not going to get really into the numbers and say how much of an advantage it was, but I will give them that and say, yes, in some ways there was an advantage, right? Because we were living in different times. But the overcorrection started occurring in the 80s and the 90s, and you got Stephen Lawrence's murder, and ever since that sort of stuff started kicking off, we had an overcorrection, and now everybody knows the overcorrection has gone far too far, and it's evidenced by numerous metrics I can point at that prove it to be indisputably true. The figures from the BBC regarding immigrants' chances of going to university compared to the white working class in council estates up and down the country is perhaps the single biggest piece of evidence that show this to be the case. Black African boys on free school meals are 10 times more likely to go to university than white working class lads in council estates. There is no better metric than that to prove the point that we've had an overcorrection, and now the white working class male is the most stitched up group in the whole of the UK. That's a fact proven by the data. You can also look at the deaths in police custody. Even though they cause more crime, young black men are far less likely to be killed in custody or to die in police custody than the white working class. And I can count it numerous different ways of proving it. I'm proving it in 1,000 different ways, but I'm not going to bother because you're all sensible enough to know that what I'm telling you is self-evidently true. Well, here's another example. Douglas Murray pointed out that some of these people who come out now as being LGBTQ plus IA fucking whatever are not. And they're doing it because they now know that it's a currency and you can get more treatment, more praise, more money, better treatment, better working hours. They might let you work at home. Oh, I'm more stressed out than my straight colleagues. I've got to put up with all this stress. Okay, then you just stay on your fat ass for 6 extra months. It's currency now. If you can tick a box on the victim hierarchy, it's currency. You're better off being gay, black, brown, Islamic, Hindi, Sikh, midget, obese, anything that puts you outside of the straight white male category gives you more and more points, more and more currency. So you've now got millions of fucking straight people lying about being LGBT. That's why it proves the narrative as false. You've got black people you've got white people pretending to be black, like fucking Talcum X. Everybody's read about Talcum X, right? Sean King. I've got more of a tan on my left testicle and it doesn't see the sun very often. He's not fucking black. No fucking way is he black. He's white. Both his parents are white. You've got that Rachel Dolezal. Both her parents are white. They lie about being black because everybody knows now there's currency to be had if you can put yourself on the victim pyramid. You know it. I know it. Right? A fact. I don't need to go any further. Dig up any more numbers for you. So this one reminded me of just another example. It's even taking place in third world countries because there's this big story on the BBC 4 days ago by Esther Agola. Justice for Sheila, hashtag, obviously it's trending on Twitter. Kenyan anger after lesbian's murder. So one woman gets murdered. Oh my God, rights groups are calling on Kenyan authorities to investigate the murder of a non-binary lesbian. Oh my fucking God, we have to do something about it. We have to do something about it. We have to get more black lads in universities, but they're 10 times more likely to go to university than poor white lads. No, but we have to do something about it. What do we want to do? Take it up to 11 times more likely? Yeah, that's fair. That's equity. No, that's 11 times more likely to... Shut up, equity. Well, here we go. So the rights groups are getting involved. Everyone's fucking kicking off. Justice for Sheila. Oh, my God. Nobody deserves such cruel treatment. Poor old Sheila's body was found, according to LGBTQ plus IA groups. Fucking hell. In Kenya, a country where gay sex is illegal. Whoops, just drop that in there. Nobody really seemed to mention it beforehand. And we've got to do something about it. We've got to move heaven and earth to sort this problem out. Well, let's just have a quick look at crime in Kenya, shall we? Shall we just have a quick look out of morbid curiosity? Crime in Kenya. There's a high rate of crime in all regions of Kenya, particularly Nairobi, Mombasa, and Kisumu, and coastal beach resorts. There are regular reports of attacks against tourists, by groups of armed assailants. Did you hear about any of that? I'm just curious if it's so bad being a lesbian. Did you hear about any of that? No, I didn't. So even when it comes, so it's not just the little things like you're more likely to get a council house if you're black, or you're more likely to go to college if you're black, or you're more likely to have your crimes investigated if you're brown, or you're more likely to actually have the state give a flying fuck about you if you're disabled or obese, or you're a fucking follower of the religion of many, many pieces. Even if you get murdered, you don't really matter anymore, unless you're on the victim pyramid. If you get murdered by a group of armed assailants in Kenya, they couldn't give a monkey's fucking fart. Be like, brum, brum, hello, my wife's just been decapitated in Nairobi. Yes, but was she a leser? No, she's my wife. Hello, murder. That's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. And they can put it however they fucking like. That's where we are. The university statistics prove it. The crime statistics prove it. The police, the deaths in police custody prove it. The economic statistics prove it. And poor old Sheila, who, of course, at no point am I saying this is not a fucking heinous crime. Anybody who commits a murder should be fucking strung over the coals for it, because I'm not a woke cunt, and I think people should be very aggressively dealt with by the courts. So at no point am I in any way saying that poor old Sheila doesn't deserve some justice. But what I'm saying is it's just one more piece of evidence, the final piece of the puzzle that proves unequivocally and beyond all doubt that the best thing to be in the modern day is anything other than a straight white man. And if you can get around it by lying and saying, like so many of them are doing now, oh yeah, I'm bisexual, I'm massively into cock, while secretly shagging women left, right, and centre, do it. I mean, obviously, you've got to have no morals, no honour, no fucking soul, no interest in looking at yourself in the mirror and being proud of the man that stares back at you. Obviously, you can just be a weasel rat bastard. If you're lucky enough to be a weasel rat bastard, tell everyone you love sucking cocks. Tell them that you're massively into cock and you hate tits. Step one, lads. What else can I give you? I'm trying to help the young working class white men on the council estates out now. You've got no chance of getting into university, boys. You're fucked. You're high and dry. You don't matter. The rich matter, the middle class matter, and then the LGBTQ plus I, black and brown people matter. And then we're down to like what? Rats, earthworms, ticks, leeches, white working class men. That's you, boys. You're on the bottom fucking rung. In fact, you're not even on the bottom rung. You are subterranean. They've dug a hole and you've joined Mole Man's nefarious legions combating the Fantastic Four. That's where you are. So think of something to tell people you are. If you want to go to university, tell them you're into fucking cock. Tell them you love it. You might not look even remotely like it, but it doesn't matter, does it? Because it's 2022 and the woke are in charge. You might look like me. Tell them you're a woman. Tell them you're into cock. Tell them you love practicing the religion of many, many pieces. But, you know, it's a private thing, so you don't want to talk about how many times you go to fucking the Bell End Church, none. Or how many times you eat bacon sandwiches, loads. Or how many times you get pissed. And do all the things Ash Sarkar does while she claims that she's a devout follower of mighty Mad Mental More. Oh yeah, I'm a mad follower of Mad Mental More. How often do you pray? How often do you drink cans of Stella? Fucking loads. Oh yeah, cheers. Cheers, Ash. Cheers. Boys and girls, play the game. Use it. Tell them you're a woman. Tell them you're a leser. Tell them you love cock. Tell them whatever you want. Because that's the only way you can get, oh, well, Dave, you're doing it wrong. You can tell them you love big tits, but you also tell them whilst you're being rogered by George Michael. Say, I fucking love looking at a canny set of tits whilst Ricky Martin's dug up my shit box. Tell them that, that's fine. I'm trying to teach you lads, make your life better. Play the game. Because everything the BBC says is upside down and back to front. You're not better off being a straight white man. You're better off being anything but. So do that. I love tits while I'm getting fisted by Elton John's boyfriend. There. Do that. Sorted. Cambridge, Eton, Millionaire Palace, the fucking lot. Smash the like and smash your shitbox. Right, anyway, I'm going to call it there. That was a good little rant, wasn't it? Seriously, just read that story. It's fucking mad. Murder and death and destruction and rape all over Kenya, and only when you happen to be LGBTQ plus IA does anybody give a monkey's fuck. You couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make it up. As I said, clown world, upside down. Left is right, up is down. The grass is blue and the sky is green. The fucking world's gone mad. Right, thanks for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Cheers.